welcome to the Ancestral holiday where we're going to be burning some ancestor dollars for all those who participated. I'm a little late. I was trying to get things set up and it started getting windy, so I kind of had to make some better preparation, but I got everything together and we're going to go ahead and start this ceremony. And once again, thank you to all of those who chose to participate. When you see this, go ahead and say a prayer for the ancestors you know and the ones that you don't know as well. It's very important that when you do any type of ancestral veneration that you start with ancestors that you do know, but acknowledge the ones that you do not. And when you're asking for help or you just want to venerate them, make sure that you call upon benevolent ones, because we sometimes have maleficent ancestors, ones who may have passed from certain types of traumas or endured many challenges or obstacles in life, and for them we say a prayer for their growth and veneration, and for them to understand what they did and for them to learn the lessons that they need to learn in order to continue their soul's growth and ascension. So we don't exactly leave the benevolent ones out, but we don't quite want them to come and assist us until they're capable of giving us beneficial energy, things that will help us along our path, because when we tap into the energy of maleficent ancestors, we could also pick up on the toxic patterns of behavior or thinking, like poverty mindset, when we choose to tap in with those ones. So it's important that we always call upon the benevolent ancestors. And if you don't know any of your ancestors at all, just write down your last name. Even if you're adopted, you can write down your adoptive parent's name, for that is also your family as well. And if you know the last names of your mother or your father or any one of those, you can utilize as well. And if you have no information at all, to ancestors known and unknown, and watch how they communicate with you, for they may share you your family name or help you find clues to who you are. That's going to be kind of something that's for all of us, though. When you start tapping in and working with your ancestors, they do have a tendency to share with you what type of challenges or obstacles you may be having. They do help with your healing process, especially if you venerate them. Then they help with other things, such as making sure that you're protected in other realms, especially at night when we enter the dream realm, when most of us are sleeping. That is a realm that our ancestors can connect with us on. That's why many people mostly get communication from them using divination or their dreams. Some people use water as well, the water element, so it's good to know what elements you can work with. I've been seeing a lot of people take the ancestral DNA test too. That gives you an idea of where you came from, and it can also help you find other family members. So I'd encourage that as well if you're on this journey. It's important, though, that you remember when you're clearing some of your karmic debt, some of that is generational. That's why we do things like this ancestral burnings, ancestral veneration, because the more we can venerate them to evolve, the easier it is on us, because that is our familial line. Ooh, forget me. So it's important that we're healing on all levels, because we do live in a paradigm that exists in the past, present, and future, which is it's kind of a complex thing to explain, but all of those are intertwined So the decisions that we make have an effect on different timelines. That's why there's not a whole lot of things that are set in stone, because we have the power to change our reality if we choose, especially for our generation. Clearing our karmic debt, clearing ancestral debt, which ultimately does also lead to tapping into the energy of wealth and abundance and prosperity. Because if you came from a lineage that was filled with people who had a very poverty type of mindset, then it'll be harder for you to tap into that energy of abundance, because not only will that generational curse set you back, but also if you're born in a community in which is impoverished, you are going to grow up with that poverty mindset and kind of be conditioned throughout your schooling and the things that you may see or go through in your neighborhood, which contributes to that conditioning. So when we become adults and we become aware of what it is that we've been conditioned, we have a choice to unprogram it ourselves or reprogram ourselves to a more abundance mindset, which ultimately attracts wealth and prosperity and that type of energy. But poverty is a very low frequency. That's why it's really hard for even people like some of the younger rappers who came from poverty, or even football players who came from poverty, when they do end up getting a lot of money, they still have a poverty mindset. That's why they go spend their money recklessly and then be broke by the end of their career, because no one ever taught them the value of money and what type of things they need to do with it. They don't teach us financial literacy in school, so we need to begin to teach ourselves. And this is one of the ways we can clear our karmic debt throughout our ancestral lineage. And if we choose to do the healing work on the healing aspect of healing our generational lineage, that definitely makes a big change in the children that come after us. So it's important to be aware of that as well, especially now that we're in this time where money, the energy of money is really shifting, because we're having new things come out in this age of Aquarius, which is Aquarius's technology. So now we have the Bitcoin, we have crypto coin, we have different type of people coming up with different type of currencies. So with this ever-changing system, we want to try to ensure prosperity for not only us, but the children who come after us. So I will burn ancestor dollars to clear karmic debt, so my children and my children's children don't have to deal with being placed in poverty or have a poverty mindset, because we are in the time where we're able to reprogram ourselves. So that is not something we have or have to hold on to. Got a little windy. There's so many. I'm so glad there was a lot of people who chose to participate. I do have some crystals inside of here. I have some black obsidian crystals. Black obsidian is a crystal that is formed from very hot fire, so it can withstand being out here near this fire. Fire actually will charge it. I will do more of these, and I will be posting the dates of when they will be in the group, and I'll put them as events too. Today is a good one, because not only is this an ancestral holiday, but it's also Thursday ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of prosperity, abundance, wealth, and expansion. So this is a good day to manifest wealth and abundance, or even expansion in the mindset. If you no longer want a poverty mindset, but you know you have one, Thursday is a day where you can expand your mind, expand your mindset, expand your spirituality, expand your ways of manifesting. utilize the planetary energy that comes with each day. Each day has a different planetary energy that it's associated with, and each hour also has a different planetary energy it is associated with. That's why you'll see me like do things only on certain days, because I'm trying to utilize the energy that I have to create the best effects that I can get. And for all who participated in this, definitely take the time to show gratitude for your ancestors. Ask for their guidance and insight on how you can create a better life for yourself, or what type of healing that you may need to do. Ask them for protection from things that are unknown to you, because they are number one, for real. Our ancestors are backup. Some of us are born with certain deities, and then you can kind of find that through your numerology. But a lot of us, depending on when we're born, we also have a guardian angel as well. So it's good to know what energies that you work best with, what elements you work best with, so you can utilize it to the best of your advantage. Alright guys, we got 2 more. That was a lot though. I'm glad a lot of people participated. The first ancestral holiday of the month, I used the Kemetic calendar to get those dates, and the first one of each month will be free for everyone who wants to participate that is in this group. So if you guys don't get to participate in the ones that are donation based, please participate in the one that is free. And if you still want to donate, then donations are accepted for the first ancestral holiday of each month as well, just so we can kind of expand the amount of healing and veneration that we're doing to help assist the ancestors so they can assist us. But the donations do help me get more ancestor dollars, because there's an Asian market that I go to, because usually ancestor dollars are burned by people in the Asian community. Hence why when you go to like Asian buffets and Asian stores, you see their altars, you know, and typically they have an ancestral altar in their house, and they burn like the joss paper like this. But in the actual country, they have more, like they'll burn iPads made of joss paper and this type of material to ensure that their ancestors have whatever technology or nice things. They have like gold bars, they have watches that are made of a certain burnable material, in which we can use to call in money or to communicate with them. And for anyone who has their own ancestor dollars, what I would say is that you start from the north and you call upon your ancestors from each direction and ask them to protect and guide you. So what you do is you take some of your ash here and you throw it into each direction, starting with north, and you go around and call them in for protection, call them in for insight, call them in for knowledge. There are so many things that they are able to share with us, but because we have free will, we have to call upon them and give them permission and venerate them in order to do so. Veneration is also a form of energy exchange. So I hope that this video allowed you guys to learn about ancestral veneration. Like I said, this is something that I really hope to continue to keep doing. If you guys are interested, please comment and let me know. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Have a great night. Manifest big things.